Early voting in Washington, D.C. is underway, with would-be voters casting their ballots ahead of the November 5th general election. Standing by live is VOA'S Anthony LaBruto, who joins us now to give our viewers an inside look at some of the specifics of the voting process as he casts his ballot for the first time in the U.S. Capitol. Anthony?
Hello, how's it going, Esther?
Waiting to hear from you.
Yes, so I have a little bit of a unique situation, as I'm a first-time voter in Washington, D.C. So I came from my previous home state of New Hampshire, but I moved down here to start this wonderful job with the Voice of America, and now I'm looking to vote. And so what I can do is I will be coming in, registering, and then voting right behind me. So all I have to do is I have to bring a copy of some sort of proof of residency. In this case, I'll be bringing a copy of my rental lease agreement. I then walk right behind me, right to the election workers just off screen. They'll give me a registration form. I fill that out. That just says, oh, I swear who I say I am, and I'm not voting anywhere else. And then they give me a ballot. And so the ballot is broken up into two separate parts. That's going to be a federal and a state portion. And so the federal one is just two questions, but the most important one, though, is who would I like to pick for the next 4 years as president? And that'll be the question that'll face every Washington, D.C. voter right behind me. And so I have three choices. I have Robert F. Kennedy, Donald Trump, and Kamala Harris. And then on the second portion of that, I have the state ballot initiatives, and so that is electing local city councilors, local commissioners, some local ballot initiatives, like how votes are tabulated. That's been a really, really big one, is how, now that the votes are counted, how will they be determined for the next election?
Anthony, can you give our viewers perspective on how the voting in Washington, D.C. itself differs from other states in America?
Absolutely. So Washington, D.C. is a bit of a unique situation in that it's actually not a U.S. state, it's a territory. So that differentiates in the fact that Washington, D.C. voters here, their votes for federal election and for president, unfortunately, won't be factored in to the final results of the national federal elections overall. And so, like Washington, D.C., Guam, Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, all are also territories that elect their own state governments, their own state, parliaments, if you will. But the national elections that we vote in, unfortunately, will not get factored into the other things.